Hello Year 2 and welcome to your second phonics session learning about plurals. For this second session, you will either have chosen to print 2 sheets off from the website, or you might need to get a piece of paper instead. If you haven't printed them off, it does not matter. Everything shown on the sheets will also be shown on the video. Everybody will also need either a pen or a pencil to write with. Please pause the video and make sure you've got everything you need. Okay, super. So we've got 2 challenges to complete today. The first challenge is called Choose the Plural. You'll see that at the top of the sheet if you printed it off. And it's all about selecting the correct spelling of the noun in its plural form. Okay, so you can see on the sheet there are some elements that have been made bold. And on the page that we're about to turn on to on the video, you will see that those are also bold, but they've also got a green line under them just to make it a little bit easier for you to see. So you can see again the nouns in bold with 2 different spellings and a green line here on the video. We're going to read through the paragraph together, and then it will be your job to select which of the 2 spellings of the noun you think is correct. Okay, if you're using the sheet, you can just circle it. If you're using a piece of paper, then you can write down the word with the correct spelling. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to read the paragraph through to you and then we'll pause the video so that you can complete the challenge as we go along. One day I walked down a long, quiet road. There were lots of houses on each side. My favourite one had 4 green windows and 3 wooden doors. I looked in the garden and saw hundreds of beautiful yellow flowers. So I'd like you to pause the video now and decide which of the spellings you think is correct. Okay, super. So we're going to read through again. This time I'm going to remember to read the whole expanded noun phrase here. I don't know if you noticed, but I missed out the word blue when I was reading it before. So we're going to read through again and we're going to just talk about which of the spellings was correct. One day I walked down a long, quiet road. There were lots of houses on each side. Which do you think is the correct spelling for houses? Just an S or I-E-S? Well done, guys. It's just an S, isn't it? Fantastic. My favourite one had 4 green windows and 3 wooden blue doors. Okay, so let's have a look at windows then. Do we think that's E-S or just an S? It's just an S, isn't it? Absolutely. And how about doors? Is that one E-S or just an S? Also just an S. Fantastic. I looked in the garden and saw hundreds of beautiful yellow flowers. Now, what do we think of the spelling of flowers? Is that spelled I-E-S or just an S? It's spelt with just an S, isn't it? Fantastic. Now we know that we would have to swap to I-E-S if our word ended with the letter Y. Okay, let's move on to the second paragraph. Suddenly there was a big bang. A strong gust of wind had knocked over all of the rubbish bins. 2 frightened puppies ran towards me. The bangs had scared them. Okay, so same thing again. You need to decide which of the spellings is correct for the plural forms of those nouns. Pause the video and have a go. Superstar. So let's talk about the word puppies then. How do we spell puppies? Is it just an S on the end or is it I-E-S? I-E-S, fantastic. We know that because we know when we've got a Y at the end, we take off that Y, we swap it for an I and we add E-S. Fantastic, so it's an I-E-S ending. Let's look at the word bangs. Does bangs end E-S or does it end just S? Just an S, fantastic. I'm starting to notice that S is probably the most common one, isn't it? It's the one that we see the most. Okay, final paragraph of challenge number 1. As I walked around the corner, I noticed a green car parked on the street. In the car, there were 3 children clapping their hands. They were excited to be going on a trip to the beach. One child told me that they were going to make sand castles and eat lollies all day. Okay, so same as before, you need to choose the correct spelling for the plural form of the noun. Please pause the video and have a go. Okay, great job, guys, then. So is it childs or is it children? It's children, isn't it? We know that childs just doesn't make sense. It's not a word, is it? Okay, they were clapping their hands. How do we spell hands then? Does it end I-E-S or S? It ends in an S. Fantastic job, guys. Okay, so off they go on their trip to the beach. One child told me they were going to make sand castles. So how do we spell sand castles? Is that an I-E-S word or just an S? It's just an S, isn't it? Now, sand castles, the word sand castle ends in an E anyway, so we've not added ES, we've just added the S onto the end of that word, okay? And the final one, lollies, S or IES? It's IES, isn't it? Fantastic. Well done, guys. Absolutely superb work. Well done. Let's move on to challenge number 2. Now, in this challenge, you need to identify the nouns in the sentence and you need to change them into their plural form, okay? So we'll do this one together. The squirrel ate the nut. So we need to work out which words in this sentence are nouns. So we know that nouns are names. They can be names of people or places if they're proper nouns, or if they're just nouns, then it's the name of a thing, okay? And Miss Denton taught you something fabulous in year 1. A noun is normally something you can touch, okay? So this is my cup and I can touch it, okay? So cup is a noun. So that's just a really good way of remembering it. So the squirrel ate the nut. So let's think about the words here that we know are nouns. Well, I know squirrel is a noun. I could touch a squirrel. Don't know about you guys. I might be a bit frightened to touch a squirrel, actually, but you might be braver than me, okay? The squirrel ate the nut. So is there anything else in that sentence that's a noun that I could touch? Nut. Thank you very much. Super. Okay, so the squirrel ate the nut. So those are my nouns. So those are the things that I'm going to change into their plural form. So that will become the squirrels ate the nuts. Let's check. The squirrels ate the nuts. Good teamwork, guys. Okay, so for the next one, you're going to have a go by yourselves. So the baby cried. So for this sentence, you need to think which of these words is the noun. And then once you've worked that out, you need to try and change that noun into its plural form. So have a go at rewriting the sentence with the noun written as a plural. Okay, so let's have a look. So we know that the noun is baby. You could touch a baby. The baby is the thing. And we know that when we change baby into babies, we need to think about our spelling because we're going to swap that Y for an IES. Good job. Okay, let's keep going. The boy went on the bus. So in this sentence, we have got 2 nouns, okay? So you're going to need to think carefully about what those nouns might be. So work out which ones are the nouns and then choose the correct plural form to rewrite the sentence. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, super job, guys. So the plural form, or the nouns, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The nouns in this sentence were boy and bus, okay? Because you could touch a boy and you could touch a bus, so we know that those are the things. So let's have a look at how we could write this sentence with those nouns being turned into their plural form. The boys went on the buses. So boys, pretty easy, we just add an S on the end. Buses, we add ES because the word bus ends in an S. Fantastic. Please wash the dish. So again, can you identify the nouns in this sentence? There might be one, there might be more than one. And can you turn this sentence into a slightly different sentence by changing the noun into its plural form? Pause the video and have a go. Okay, super. So the noun in this sentence was dish. You can touch a dish, can't you? And we know that just like when we had our last sentence where we had an S on the end of bus, when we've got a sh sound on the end of a word, we need to have ES. Please wash the dishes. Fantastic. Okay, our final one here, and I've finished with a little bit of a tricky one that you're going to have to do a bit of thinking about. So this sentence reads, the child saw the mouse. So you need to work out which words in this sentence are nouns, and you then need to have a go at changing these nouns into their plural form. So please pause the video and have a go now. Super. Okay, so the nouns here were child and mouse. You could touch a child and you could touch a mouse, couldn't you? So when we change child into a plural, instead of having one child, we have lots of children. And when we turn mouse into a plural, instead of having one mouse, we have lots of mice. Okay, so our new sentence will be, the children saw the mice. Super, guys. Well done for all of your hard work in phonics today. Please make sure that you send your things in to myself, to Mrs. Biggs and to Mrs. Johnson. We would love to see them. And just let us know the things that you found hard, the things that you found really easy, anything you enjoyed. And this will help us to help you as we go along. Have a really, really great day, guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye.